Houston Rockets fans, you know what time it is. When you see us here, you know it's Bayou City Boys time.
It's because we're upset.
Scoot Henderson has informed NBA teams that he is only going to work out for two teams, Portland and Charlotte. Of course, they own the second and third pick. He feels he's not falling to four. So
I
why does
mean, but that's just a little presumptuous. That who's to say we don't trade up?
true?
Who's to say you do fall to four? Like all the love of Ben Thompson's getting, there might be somebody who values him. Like his stock is rising, so you never know.
True. And do you feel it's more of like his manager being like, "Hey, don't hurt your value" type of thing? Because we saw it with Jabari last year. He didn't really work out for the Rockets. We ended up drafting him anyway. And I mean, a lot of veterans say that, "Oh, these workouts really don't matter anyway, bro, because it's just a
Yes and
workout."
no. Like it doesn't matter because I mean, if you think about it from his perspective, it's like you have more to lose than you do to gain.
Yeah,
Well, people already know that I can't shoot, so what else do you want to see me do? So
yeah.
I get it, but also it's like, are you saying like you're not taking meetings with people, like you're not doing shit with the Rockets or like Orlando or somebody like that who might trade up to get you? So I don't think it's like the wisest move.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, like, to put your eggs in, especially in those two teams, because Portland has already kind of said they might be using that to trade for a player to build with Dame. So they might not even be the team that's there at their pick. Charlotte, I mean, if we're being honest, we don't even know what they ever do. Honestly, they may trade, they may use it, they may, who knows what they're gonna
I
do.
actually feel like Portland's more likely to pick than Charlotte.
Hmm.
And let me tell you why I feel that
Yeah.
way. Because, like, say that you get Scoot in Charlotte. Well, now you have two problems. Is Scoot and Mello a good pairing? And then two, is it enough to win? Opposed to the fact that a team like Portland can say, okay, we're ready to bite the bullet. We're going to draft Scoot, rebuild with Scoot, and trade Dame.
Damn, that's
Because
ooh.
you
Yeah.
put Portland like you expedite the whole process for them if they decide to do that.
Yeah.
Because you're about to get a bag for Dame, plus you just got Scoot at number 3. So who's to say you don't get a pick this year to add another player plus more picks? So
Hmm.
I just feel like Charlotte might trade that pick because imagine a team like Orlando really wants that number 2 spot and they're like, we'll give you both of our first round picks. Or a team like Houston's like, we'll give you both of our first round picks.
This is gonna be a very interesting one. Because like you said earlier, you have teams like Orlando with two picks, Rockets with two picks. You have a lot of teams that are saying they're trading out, and it's not because they don't want that player, but they'd rather get a veteran instead of bringing in a young player like Dallas, like
Mm-hmm.
these other teams. And so it's just, man, it's weird because it seems like in Houston, where a lot of people are already like, okay, I'm on Thompson. That's the guy. He's gonna fall to us. We're gonna get him. But then you look at draft stuff, and it's could be Brandon Miller. He is. It could be Scoot. It could be traded. It could be two two picks for a veteran. Who knows? Like, we're always seeing this stuff, and it's weird because the past years it's been more worry of who are we picking, and now it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what are we gonna do with it? Like,
I just think we should be stupid. The Rockets should be aggressive like the Texans
yeah,
because this is the one time that you're gonna get a good player no matter what, but you still have picks and you have money. So I mean, because like say we don't get Brandon Miller, we still have money to get like Cam Johnson.
yep,
So then I don't need that wing, and he could play the 3 or the 4. He'll come off the bench or start, whatever. So then it's like, all right, cool. Back to focusing on the point guard position with the number 4 pick. Scooter, I'm in. We're good. You know what I'm saying? So like we just be aggressive in that way.
yeah, and it's all eyes went to the staff, which I mean that's coming out and it's doing everything. But it's as the draft gets closer, we're only a few weeks away from it. Now it's starting to heat up because right after draft, I love it. Right after draft is free agency, so it's literally boom boom. Like,
Well, that's why I like the freaking media, like national media, starting shit with other teams.
yeah,
Because like I seen a thing today that said, would it be a mistake for Brooklyn to not trade Miles Bridges this offseason? Meaning his stock is the highest. What do you think his top end is going to be? And if you could get a bag for him right now, you should do it. And if they come out and say, okay, he's available, then Houston might consider, like, man, we got 2 first-round picks, bro. And Mikal Bridges kind of would be the perfect player for our team.
you really would.
So that's why I like the media starting shit with other teams, because it might benefit us.
I mean, one thing we know about Rafael Stone is he is not afraid to trade. He's not afraid to do stuff. Um, I know you showed me the clip of Kenyon Martin's dad talking again about the Rockets. So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of feels like, is it time to move on from the?
I think we have him for one more year, right?
Yeah,
I think that we start, unless it's required in a big trade, do you keep him? Don't get rid of him just for the sake of getting rid of him, though, because the trade deadline, you could get more.
yeah. Somebody's gonna want that for sure.
I just hate the fact that Kenyon Martin Sr. is always the one saying something about us, but the son don't ever say nothing. So it's like, do you not want to be here, bro? I want you here. He's one of my favorite players on the team.
Yeah, it's like the funniest thing is like they're always, oh, he's being wasted on the Rockets, bro. It could be a lot worse. You
Could
could,
be a lot worse. Hey, I'm about to catch a lot of bullshit for saying this, but like we were rumored to get Ben Simmons for nothing. He can do a lot of what you do.
hmm
Yeah, except he can also play point guard and he can guard the post a little bit better. He can rebound and push. And so, I mean, it's one of those things where you're replaceable, bro. And I'm not saying I want Ben Simmons, but for a second round pick, I will take him.
for a second round pick, bro. You can, hey, if it don't work, oh well.
Don't
But
you feel like he almost might be an Ime kind of player?
yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. The staff that he's building up, the reputation that they have in Boston, it's pretty much, I don't want to say championship caliber coaching, but it's very good coaching with resumes of what
Yeah.
they've done with development, what they've done with building a nucleus and chemistry and a whole freaking environment of, we never had that in
We
with
never had culture.
yeah, there's no culture here at all. It was just go out there and play, bro.
And Ime's a defensive guy. So why would you not want Ben Simmons? It was like 2 seasons where a lot of people thought he was the best defender in the league.
Yeah.
He's perfect.
What did Ty Lue say with Russell Westbrook? He just needs some love. He needs some
That's
hugs.
all he needs. I think he's a lot better than he gets credit for. And for a second round pick, I'll take that flyer.
I know people were like, I wouldn't waste a fourth round pick, and that's not a real thing. I was like, bro, get out of here. Like, he plays for
Exactly.
the Australian national team. Yes,
It,
he's scared to shoot, but I can point out a lot of players that are scared to shoot. James Harden was scared to shoot at times.
listen,
He shot too much. Hey.
we played Deshaun Nix last year. I ain't trying
Oh
to hear it. If
God,
there's minutes for Deshaun Nix, there's minutes for Ben Simmons.
you ain't lying. The one player that all Houston pretty much is like, why is he in the game? And I remember he wrote people on Twitter and was talking shit like, oh, if y'all don't like me, I'll just leave. And people were like, bye,
Bye.
bye, bro. Like, why are you getting minutes over Ty Ty? Why are you getting minutes over this guy, Josh Christopher? Like,
That's the reason I'm hesitant to bring a player like that in. Because he'll play the point, even though you can in the lineup have him as a power forward.
yeah,
But then what does that do to Ty Ty? It's like, do you trust Ty Ty and Josh Christopher if they get minutes, and I'm hoping they do, to just play off the ball? Josh Christopher, I'm kind of cool with it, but Ty
yeah,
Ty, I don't know.
yeah. Josh Christopher, I'm a little more like, all right, I can see it. Ty Ty, I got to see more of you, bro. He had some great games in the G League for sure, but I need to see a transition to the NBA.
I seen a lot of good shit from him though.
Yeah,
I really did, but I need, like you said, there has to be consistency to it. Like, can you be a rotation player? That's what I want to see. I feel the same way about Garuba. It's like we're constantly talking about getting backup bigs. It's like, are we gonna give up on that dude? Because there was times where he played pretty good.
I mean, he did, and he plays for his national team. I mean, let's not. Spain's not a scrub team.
Mm-mm.
I
It don't
mean,
matter. It didn't matter if he shit his pants.
oh, hey. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of going on because draft veterans, trades, who's gonna stay on the team, who's not gonna stay on the team. Because we still forget we have Jay Sean Tate. We
Yeah.
still forget we have like
Tari Eason.
Tari Eason. I mean, everybody focuses on the starters, and it's like we still need a center.
See, that's my thing. Like, you can't criticize Sengun without being a hater. But I just don't see you as a starting center in this league. You're a power forward to me.
Yeah, yeah, I'll argue that with anybody.
But then the question becomes, do you have enough confidence in Jabari Smith to play the 3?
Defensively, yes.
See, my issue is defensively is what makes me nervous because like there was a couple games last year where like, okay, you remember the game where Jason Tatum smoked it at the buzzer to beat us?
Yeah.
I watched that play and I was like, Tatum blew by you, bro. It wasn't the first time that game. So if you're confident in having Jabari play the 3, it'll all work in our favor because we could get a center.
I think with Ime there, I can trust in his defense to progress even better because he wants to be that guy. I think if he didn't want to be that guy, then I'd be like, ugh, I'm kind of worried. But like for him to come out and say, I want to guard the best guys on that side, that kind of gives me a little bit of hope. Like, okay, that's what you're focusing on. All this yoga and everything you're doing. You're trying to
see. That's what I'm hoping. He's gonna get stronger, so he can play some 5.
Yeah.
So he can guard the whoever the other team's big is. Like
especially when they stretch out. I mean, you got
exactly
now Anthony Davis shooting threes all the way.
No, but also like I want you to be like Jaren Jackson, where like you could play the 5 and Sengun could play the 4 because you're better at calling defense anyway. Yeah. So and then that puts Tari Eason back in the rotation.
True, yeah.
Or Bridges if we get him. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna try. Ideally, you want to get as many of those guys on the court together as you can, not just keep staggering bullshit minutes. You know.
And I know Brooklyn says that they're not trading Mikal Bridges, but it kind of, if they were going to get a 4th pick and a 20th pick, I'm sure they would trade him.
We'd still probably have to give up a player or 2.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, but Mikal Bridges balled.
I was gonna say, like, he would be the perfect player. He's the defender. He's a knockdown shooter. He fits our timeline.
And we tried to trade for him.
Yes,
but we didn't get in
there. There's very few people in this league that I honestly want to go after, and he's one of them.
I guess let's go quick list. We'll break them down on another video, but Karl Anthony Towns, would you trade for him?
No. It's because he's going to be – he's in a – fuck no.
Fred VanVleet.
No.
Brandon Ingram, man.
I definitely would try to get him.
Try to think. Would you sign Austin Reeves? Even if it cost you money.
Man.
Because it seems like teams are going to throw money at him right now.
That's the thing. Like, would you give him $20 million? See, he seems like he would do good for Ime, but I don't really see a spot on the team for you because I don't trust you to play point guard all the time. Yeah. And then if you're getting minutes, it's like, who's not? Like, all we complain about is not getting time for Tata, Christopher.
Like, some of these guys that they want to bring in, it's like, if you're making trades, I get it. Because you got to get rid of some of these guys. Like, let's be honest, you're just not going to drop them. So that's why I feel like a trade's coming. Like
I'm 1,000% sure if they would have fired Stone when they fired Silas, it would be trades already. Because that's the difference. Is a new GM would come in and be like, I don't give a fuck about Josh Christopher. I didn't draft him. Yeah. But Stone drafted him, so he's still partial towards him. You know what I'm saying? So I guess maybe that's why they did that. That makes sense.
And it feels weird, though, because in the NBA, though, to me, it's like it takes that one trade for the domino to fall. Like the Rudy Gobert trade kind of set everything up last year. And so it kind of is like all these teams are like, all right, who's going first? You want to go first? You want to go first? Who's setting the tone here? Like, what are we doing? And
well, see, I'm banking on the fact that I don't have to worry about those dumbass trades like the Siakam ones like that, because that seems like the kind of player more for a win now team.
And I was gonna say it from everything I've legit seen of legit people, it seems like he's more Portland bound.
Portland,
Yeah.
I mean, even a team like Sacramento, maybe.
Yeah. It seems like the teams that are going after Siakam and Karl Anthony Towns are those I want to win now teams. I need a player to fit this exact thing. And I mean, I don't mind if they get in on a 3-4 team trade and you get somebody out of it, but
see, I don't mind that either because I'm willing to take flyers on people. Like, I kind of want to steal a big man from Detroit.
Yeah.
Either Bagley or Wiseman, but I don't want to give up a lot. Or sign somebody like Londell, or go after a player like Jericho Sims with the Knicks, or Jackson Hayes from New Orleans, like one of those kind of guys.
My camera went off.
We got a Ninja Star on the screen.
I don't even know what happened. My thing just went crazy there.
I just don't want to do like what Memphis did and keep developing players and then get rid of the good ones, and then it feels like they're still developing.
Yeah, that would be dumb for sure. Well,
we're good.
Yeah. I said we'll be doing a lot more videos, Houston. Let us know, I guess, what you want to do, who you're looking at. Please no Siakam comments. Please no Fred VanVleet comments. I don't want those guys.
And we're only talking about the Ben Simmons rumors. You're trying to hear it.
Yeah, don't be like, oh, Bayou City Boys said they want. No. We said if it was for a second round, 2029, I think is what it said, I would do it because, yeah, that's 6 years.
Yeah, basically you're only getting we're taking on the money, but I guess it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Oh
well. Well, Houston, made to this point. Like, subscribe. We got you covered on Rockets, Texans, Astros, anything Houston. We got you covered. We got a lot more stuff in store. Join us for the NBA draft. We'll be live for y'all on YouTube. But that being said, man, good luck in the rain this week, Houston. We are out.
How much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.